Okay, so I want to talk a little bit now about week 4, which was extinction and the DRA, the differential reinforcement of alternative behavior. For the extinction, I can't necessarily say that Lugnut's going to do it here, but I'm going to explain to you what the problem was and how I extinguished it. Lugnut, come on. Lugnut, come on, let's go. Come on. So when Lugnut gets really excited, he tends to back up into you with his butt. Come here, Lugie. Come here. So, mostly we could be walking down the hall, or, we come home from work, or get up from sleeping, or whatever it could be, and he monkeys around, and literally you'll be walking and he does this. He will kind of cut you off and back into you with his butt and actually make you trip. Sometimes he'll even do this. He'll sit down kind of right in front of you. So, obviously I think we knew better to not be giving him any kind of attention when he does it, but you kind of can't help but say, Loogie, get out of the way. We would pet his butt and kind of do one of those, or Lugnut, come on, stop it. And obviously, not exactly comprehending that this was actually reinforcing the behavior because he was getting some kind of attention. He also loves to get his butt scratched, so even just touching his butt to push him away was, reinforcing the behavior. And in addition, I found with having roommates, it made it even more difficult because even if I would try to ignore it, the roommates, or if I had people over, would, be giving him attention when he would do it, or they would think it was funny. So, pretty much just what I started doing is, as I would walk and Lugnut would do that, I literally would just turn around and either go the other direction to where I needed to go, somewhere else in the house, or just turn around and face the other way and not say anything until he left me alone. And he picked up pretty quick. He would still try it, but he really doesn't do it that much, if at all, anymore. And when he does, I just ignore him. And the hardest part of this really was to get the roommates to be on board. They're pretty good now. They do ignore it. Some people think it's still funny, so occasionally you get someone, slapping them on the butt. But, it really worked. Completely ignoring the behavior. I wouldn't say completely extinguished it so far, but it definitely reduced its frequency because, he knows that he's no longer gonna get anything for it. The other part of this, the differential reinforcement of alternative behaviors, I wanted to try to use in the kitchen setting, which is this. When I'm getting their food ready, usually he is right here, which hopefully, we'll see if he does it. So usually as I get their food ready, or even if we're getting our food ready, he's kind of obnoxious. He'll be in the kitchen and he's nosing around and wanting to get the food. So what I started to do, per the differential reinforcement of alternative behaviors, I just decided that when he was outside of the kitchen in this area, kind of on his own accord, that I would, click or treat. So, see, look at how good. As you can see, he won't even come in. That's just from the training that we did. Good boy. Good boy. Good out. Good. Well, so see right there, it worked. So what I did to get to this, because again, he would be up here with his nose on the counter, nosing around, is in the beginning, I would just kind of wait. I would be ready for him to come running into the kitchen. And when he was right there waiting like that, or even standing, he didn't have to be sitting, just as long as he was outside the kitchen, I would click or treat. And I would say, good out, because he's out. And he would understand, and then if he would come in, I would say, Lugnut out. And once he got it and would just even go close to the door, I would click or treat and say, good out. And as you can see, he's pretty smart. I mean, he picked up pretty quick because now he's pretty good at stopping right there when he sees that we're doing stuff in the kitchen. Good out. Good out. So that was that. So that was, again, the DRA clicker treating him when he was outside of the kitchen, which was an alternative behavior that we wanted to replace the bad behavior, which was him nosing around and being annoying in the kitchen. The other thing that I was just going to touch upon, it was back to week 2 that we talked about non-reinforcement markers. Initially with Lugnut, we weren't using any of those because we didn't want any kind of negative connotation, which I had always assumed, using something like no was negative and didn't fall anywhere in, the positive training realm, which is what we wanted to do with him. But now I've tried to get better about using the word wrong, being very careful to say it in a neutral and flat tone. I really just use it when I'm asking him to do something. If he doesn't do what I ask him to do but does something else, I'll just say wrong, just very neutral, and just turn away. It helped in terms of all these lessons. I would say it probably was the most effective when we were chaining and trying to learn the rollover. Once we did the chaining and the back chaining and we're trying then to put it together, if he didn't do it, then I would just simply say wrong and turn around for a few seconds, and that was that. But overall, it's been really enjoyable doing the training with him. He's a really good boy. I think he enjoyed it. It kind of brought back the stuff that we had done with him as a puppy, but had fallen by the wayside. So now that we've started again, we're definitely going to keep going. And actually, we just enrolled him in a rally obedience class, which should be interesting and fun. I'm excited to do that with him. So that was that, and that's all our training, all our dog training. Say bye, Loogie. Say bye. Go boy. Thanks.